Jet and I have been wanting to go hot tenting for the last couple years, and today is finally our day. I got a hot tent a couple weeks ago, and I got the stove and all the attachments and stuff that we need, so we're gonna be setting it up and camping out for the night. I had to do a little patch job on my boot. I got a hole in it from my micro spikes, I think. Hello, young man. Hello, handsome. I like your jacket, buddy. We don't always get to take Billy out in the winter because he's not really built for the winter, but he's got his suspender boots on. They kind of strap around his back. They're like little snow pants, and then he's got his thick jacket. There's even a little hood so he can keep his head warm. I think this is where we want to set up our camp. There's one standing dead tree up here that I'm going to take down first before we set up our tent, because I don't want any dead trees lingering around us while we're sleeping. Hi, buddy. This tree is bigger than what I would normally take down for firewood because it's pretty thick. It takes a lot to saw through the individual logs, but I'd rather not sleep with a dead standing tree next to us, so this will be our firewood for tonight. It's just a little bit extra effort. Because we haven't used this stove before, we're gonna have to do an initial burn of it outside of the tent. So basically light it up and let it burn for an hour or so to make sure all the chemicals in the stove can burn off before we put ourselves in an enclosed space with it. And we also brought ourselves a smoke alarm so that we know that the air quality is good even when we're sleeping. So this here is the tent in this bag. And this is our stove. It's actually a good thing that I set this up when we were at home, because when I first ordered this stove, it only came with about 4 of these little piping segments. And when I set it up with a tent, it just barely cleared the roof, so we had to order a few more of the segments to make sure we had enough clearance on top of the tent. We got Bill here. He's taking a nap, but I think I woke him up. Hey, buddy. You look so warm. He's still got his jacket on and everything, but then I doubled up my thermarest underneath him, and this is a wool blanket, just keeping him nice and cozy. Good job. reborn. The last step is just pegging out these little guy lines on the side into the ground.
I know Billy wants to go inside.
Okay, how is it in here? Wow, very nice. This has been cooking for about an hour now, so I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to start dumping everything out and then just move it inside of the tent and restart the fire. It's a little hot. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Thank you. I can get it.
Aperture. Aperture.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Ooh, Bailey's gonna love it in here.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's time to move this guy in here. Yeah.
Aperture.
There you go, buddy. Nice and toasty, huh? Nice and cozy, hey, bud? Yep, you're home. It's nice in here.
Yeah.
We're up to about 15 degrees in here. I think we're gonna have to chop some firewood here in a bit so we have enough to get us through the night, but we're mostly settled. We had some snacks, some coffee, and we're gonna make dinner pretty soon. I got a new hatchet this year. This is from Gerber Gear. It's kind of an upgrade because my other hatchet was about this long to the end. So it's a lot easier to chop wood and split wood with this. It says we're getting close to like 20 degrees in here, Celsius. I think this was like closer to the fire though because it's a little colder out on the edges, but it is pretty nice in here. And Billy's looking quite cozy. Jet and Billy are kind of dozing off right now, and I didn't want to wake them up. This area is so pretty, and it looks like there hasn't been any people around here. It's mostly just like old animal tracks in the snow, but not any people tracks, so that's nice. It's beautiful out here, and it's so quiet. Was actually thinking about coming here next week to do a bushcraft camp out, so I'm kind of just scoping the area and seeing if I can find a spot that I like for next time. God, it's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty bright.
Is it too much?
No.
Party time! We got dominoes. I can't even see it.
Hey, buddy.
We're making kind of like a hot pot, but it's more like ramen. But if you've ever had like a army hot pot, like the Korean one, that's the vibe we're going for. We've got okra, 2 kinds of mushrooms, hot dogs, Spam, and some shin ramen. I like a little squeeze of lemon, just a tiny bit on Jet's side. And then in my side, I'm gonna add a little bulldog sauce just so it's extra spicy. This looks like a feast. I don't know how we're gonna eat this all actually. And Billy's dinner is some ground beef and squash that I made last night. You ready, bud? Delectable. This egg and hot dog combo is gonna be crazy. And the okra. Yeah. We only remembered to bring 1 mug, so we're sharing the coffee. I swear it was so many different temperatures last night. Turns out last night I was too hot and Jet was too cold. And I think Billy was just right. He's Goldilocks.
Oh, Bills. There. There you go. There you go, buddy.
We're gonna start packing up in here and bringing everything back to the car, slowly but surely, but it's nice that we can actually pack up our backpacks in the warmth instead of in the cold. Packing up my down sleeping bag, like this winter one, is always the hardest part of every camping trip because I have to squeeze it into this little bag and then fit it in my backpack. This thing is warm though. Like, I was arguably too hot last night and it has kept me warm through all of my coldest camping trips, so I'm not complaining, but it is just like a lot to wrestle with.
Get over here now.
Ta-da! Billy, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You got sticks on your face. Oh, it's coming down. Come here, Bills, come here. Come on. Thank you. I told you, you had to get out of there. Jet hiked Billy back to the car so he wouldn't get too cold while we were packing this up, and I'm just folding up the tent, putting away all our last little bits, making sure we leave no trace, no garbage, no nothing. And that's it for us today. We're gonna head back to the city. So thanks for camping with us, and I hope you have a great day. Just imagine when Alberta was like, before it was like built on and it was just raw land.
Yeah.
What if it's such
Cowboys.
just like raw this?
Look cool, babe.